You're about to see why the world's greatest boxer, Muhammad Ali, the world heavyweight boxing champion, has picked the wild man from Syria, the world's greatest wrestler, the Sheik, to be his coach for his upcoming boxing wrestling challenge in Tokyo, Japan on June the 25th. The Sheik, who here applies his dreaded camel clutch. The United States heavyweight champion has held that title longer than any other U.S. heavyweight champion in the history of the belt. Known as the fireman of pro wrestling, the wild man from Syria, the Sheik, has the power of the mystical fire. He has the camel clutch and uses hypnosis to great effect inside the squared circle. Here in Nashville, Tennessee, before an SRO crowd, the Sheik burns his opponent. In Tokyo, Japan, before 40,000 fans, he downs his man. In Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens, a gigantic ball of fire witnessed by 18,500 screaming fans as the Sheik goes to his dressing room in victory. In the Los Angeles Olympic Auditorium, 13,000 fans, again an SRO standout crowd, watched the Sheik throw his fire as he did in the Atlanta Omni before 19,000 fans. The Sheik, who covers his man for the victory 1, 2, 3, heads to the Detroit Cobo Arena before 12,500 fans, where he burns his opponent with that mystical fire. There have been other boxer-wrestler challenges, but the Ali Inoki Boxer-Wrestler Challenge, June 25th in Tokyo, Japan, will go down in history as the greatest.
Okay, the introduction's made here. This is for the United States Heavyweight Championship. Bobo Brazil and the wild man from Syria, the Sheik. You're watching a championship bout. Look at Bobo Brazil pounding away on the Sheik. Bobo Brazil brought that United States heavyweight belt into the ring, displayed it to his fans. Right in front of the Sheik is Eddie Creechman. He's watching the Sheik getting a pounding from Bobo Brazil. What's Creechman doing here? Creechman is up on the apron of the ring. Now he gets down. The referee orders Creechman down off the ring. Creechman heading for the dressing room. And Bobo Brazil has the upper hand. The Sheik misses a vicious swing. That object flies out of his hand. Bobo Brazil sees it clearly now. He's got it in his hand. The fans are on their feet. A tremendous crowd cheering Bobo Brazil on. The Sheik coming through the ropes. He's on the outside on the apron. Bobo Brazil drives his head into that steel turnbuckle. But laying in the balance as that U.S. Heavyweight Championship. The Sheik desperately trying to get it back from the man who relieved him of the United States crown many, many months ago. Brazil backs the Sheik into the corner. The Sheik again in real trouble here. Brazil fully intent here on destroying the wild Syrian who has given Bobo Brazil much, much punishment. This has been a grueling battle between these two top stars. The Sheik with his back to the corner now, trying to get away from Brazil along the side of the ropes. Whirls about, grabs the leg, a leg dive. The Sheik down on top, biting into the head of Bobo Brazil. Both men appear to be injured here at this moment. This is a championship big-time wrestling bout. The Sheik has Brazil in trouble. The big man from Benton Harbor, Michigan, trying to get to his feet here. They're both in the corner. The Sheik with a forearm smash. Now he goes into that camel clutch. The Sheik has the camel clutch on Bobo Brazil. Will Brazil submit? Could this be the end of the road for Bobo Brazil as the United States heavyweight champion? Here comes Creechman into the picture, and there's a close-up of the camel clutch being administered by Bobo Brazil, or rather by the Sheik on Bobo Brazil. I'm so confused. So many things have happened here. You got to forgive me. But there's Brazil, a gallant professional in trouble, a great athlete, in trouble at the hands of the wild man from Syria, the Sheik. As the Sheik continues to administer the pressure, this is a brutal hold. And you know, Brazil is fighting it all the way. He's fighting off that camel clutch. The submission hold of the Sheik. Standing ringside is the Palestinian brain, Eddie Creechman. The Sheik trying to put Bobo Brazil away with that camel clutch. Brazil does not submit. He's taking an immense amount of pain right now. The fans literally standing on their feet, screaming and cheering for Bobo Brazil to hang in there, to fight off the wild man from Syria. He shows the Sheik forward. He did it. He did it. He broke that camel clutch. He pushed the Sheik forward with every ounce of energy. Brazil with a sign of the fist to the head of the Sheik. Clearly a chokehold by Brazil. He doesn't care. He is out to stop this man, to retain his title. He has the Sheik's head across the rope, choking the breath, trying to slow the Sheik down in hopes that he can pin the wild Syrian and keep that United States heavyweight belt where he feels it belongs, with the people around his waist. Kriegsman now really worried as he stands ringside. His man, the Sheik, is in trouble. Brazil choking away on the Sheik. Look at the expression on the wild Syrian's face. Holy smoke. He is almost out of it. Brazil, anger written across his face. Brazil sensing victory here if he can continue this barrage on the Sheik and put him away. Watch out, the Sheik turning around now to face Bobo Brazil. The Sheik in bad trouble here, not in very good shape at this moment. Bobo Brazil backs him into the corner. There you see the manager of the Sheik, Eddie Kriegsman. Kriegsman, I got a feeling too close. Kriegsman lays a fist into the head of Brazil, and it didn't.
The explanation there, Mick, was this. And
there you see, I'm wrestling King Curtis. I've thrown him in the air. He's landed. I've hooked the sleeper hold on him. King Curtis is wilting. He's going towards the ropes. And now you probably see the Sheik entering and throwing one giant ball of fire, which caught me and burned my eyebrows, took all the hair off of my face, part of the hair on my head. I'm falling down, writhing in pain, and this is where he's biting me on the back. He's an animal. He's a vicious beast. He's got to be stopped. I hope and I pray that when he comes to New Zealand, you've got to force him, Steve. You've got to force this wild man to come. You can see my friend Bobo Brazil from years ago trying to interfere, trying to stop him and Curtis from this savage attack. And you can see me now writhing in pain and assistance from people. But when this ball of fire hit me in Tokyo, I could actually smell my flesh burning. So you realize that the Sheik, the wild man who puts himself into a trance, is the most deadly man in wrestling.
The outcome nobody can guess, as both men have come here tonight to battle one another toe-to-toe. Mark Lewin in a daze now, walking outside the ring, and the referee is into the count. The count will continue unless the Sheik refuses to take his corner. The count is in. Now, Kriegsman is on the apron of the ring. The count is stopped. Kriegsman complaining to the referee, and the referee telling Kriegsman to get his man to his corner. Mark Lewin determined now, slowly walks up to the ring. Mark Lewin has the leg, the Sheik has the arm of Kriegsman, and they're pulling him like a piece of raw meat. Mark Lewin pounding away on stipulation, the loser of this bout must leave town. The loser must leave town. And the winner, it remains to be the United States Heavyweight Championship. The count is in the 2. Almost 3, but 2 is all it went. Lewin, feeling victory very close at hand, turns around now and hammers away again on the Sheik. Both men collide. Both men are down. The count is in. The count is in. Both men are down. Who's going to get up first here may determine the championship. Lewin is up first. He covers the Sheik. Creechman throws him off. Creechman interferes. He's warned by the referee. Eddie Creechman came in. Lewin on his feet now, being warned by the referee about the use of the object in his hand. Lewin seeing it as an eye for an eye, a fair situation. If he can do it, why can't I? And again, Lewin pounds away, and it's small of the back now, the Sheik. Lewin pounding at will on the wild man from Syria. The Sheik goes down. Mark Lewin covers him for the pin. Here comes Creechman. Creechman chased out of the ring. The Sheik very slowly gets to his feet, drives one to the midsection. Mark Lewin. Lewin is the champion. The Sheik the challenger, the former champion, wants that title. And he's fighting with everything he's got to get that title away from Mark Lewin. Mark Lewin now, half in, half out of the ring. Mark Lewin grabs, he has dropped the object. The Sheik has it back. The Sheik grabbing Lewin now, pulling that object in his throat. Lewin literally fighting for his life here with a wild man from Syria. The referee grabbed the arm of the Sheik. The Sheik dropped the object. The Sheik dropped the object. The referee is throwing it out of the ring. Mark Lewin pounding away on the Sheik. The Sheik dangling off the ropes now, drops to one knee. Double chopping the Sheik. The Sheik falling to the second rope. Now Lewin throws the Sheik on the rope. Sleeper hold. Oh, yes. The hold on the Sheik. Here comes Eddie Creechman. He's trying to get Mark Lewin from throwing the sleeper hold. The referee went down. A ball of fire into the face of Mark Lewin. Creechman got away too. I think Creechman got the fire. I